you doing, folks? Want to discuss a new video. This one is going to be fairly controversial because a lot of people do not like this series, which I love this series. And when you look at my channel, it is mostly focused around horror. It is. My channel is mostly focused around horror, it is, but once in a while I do like to discover other topics, discuss them. You know, whether it being X-Files or Californication with David Duchovny. So I have different taste, like I've always had a different taste for different things in life. I don't just like monsters. I like real good storytelling. And for me, when it comes to a TV show or a movie, I need good storytelling. Because without the good storytelling, it's not worth a shit without good storytelling. Now, I'm going to get hate for this because I am a monster channel. Slasher, sci-fi, things of that nature. But there was a show that came out a while ago on HBO, Showtime, actually. Aired quite a bit of nudity and controversy and politics along the way. That being a series that is very well known now these days. Starring Emmy Rossum, who plays our character Fiona, and William H. Macy, the drunken father of our lead characters, so to speak. He's not entirely that bad, but what it is he'll do really stupid things. Like Frank Gallagher is our character's name, and he's a very big dumbass. I can't even. At one point he's using his kid for fucking cancer money. Carl, who becomes very big later and also becomes a police officer. So that's awesome. Again, it's a show where I love the outcome of the characters. I can get with them with the outcome of the characters. I love the characters. I love them and their backstory. William H. Macy is just kind of a pile of shit. A drunk guy. A drunk father. He has no meaning in life. His kids hate him. They throw him out of the house. They throw him in fucking garbage cans. They carry him out. They throw him. At one point, they kill him. But I don't want to give heavy spoilers. I want to focus on the first season more, to be exact, because the first season focuses on a girl named Fiona, played by Emmy Rossum, who's a very powerful woman, really, and she loves her siblings, and her siblings are all they're all abandoned by their father, William H. Macy, who's a drunk, and he goes to the bar every night. But it's kind of funny because William H. Macy's character, he's quite knowledgeable, and he'll spread quite a bit of facts every now and again, every once in a while at least. He's not a dumb person. Let's put it that way. He's a dumbass, but he's not a dumb person. But I'm sorry about the noise in the background. I don't really have much privacy, so. But William H. Macy and Emmy Rossum made this show. They made it, along with her brother, who is the younger brother of her, but also the older brother of the herd, Lip Gallagher, who is a genius, a complete genius. Like, he gets all A plus tests on his tests, and he's just a complete genius. Like, and he's doing tests for the other kids. He'll do tests for money to bring the money home and help the family, because William H. Macy is a pile of dog shit and a bad father. A very bad father. He is a bad father. He doesn't do anything to help them. He does nothing to help the family whatsoever. Where Emmy Rossum really is able to, she's able to show her A game and be a lead and lead the family, and she's struggling with work, and she, whether it being selling hot dogs at a fucking mini mart or a fucking hockey stadium, when she's doing it, she's got like this tight mini skirt on, so these douchebags that she serves their table, and they're like sexualizing her and stuff, and they're really being like really rude, and they're just really being very, they're sexualizing her, and they're being very rude. They're being disrespectful is the word. The guy was being very disrespectful. He slipped a dollar bill into her pants, and you could tell by her face she was hurt, because she's got to fucking carry the weight of the family, and she's doing it while these fucking scumbags are just feeding off, just lusting at her. And she doesn't deserve that at all. She deserves much better, which later on she gets a better job, and she's working in an office, and I love this series. A lot of people do not. I love this fucking series because there's a big outcome later on, and there's a lot of things that happen along the way. Justin Chatwin, is it Chatwin? From The Invisible, the movie where he's in high school and he gets the shit beat out of him by a troubled girl named Annie, and he's dead. Well, he's not really dead, but his like spiritual form is still in the air, and she feels him there. But that's another topic. We'll talk about that a different time. But Invisible, good movie with Justin Chatwin. Do check it out. But yes, Justin Chatwin plays Jimmy Steve, who's a runaway robber slash car stealer, mostly a car stealing salesman. He steals cars, he sells them. He loves the rush, as well as Fiona. Fiona loves the rush. Fiona, played by Emmy Rossum, the older sister, who loves the rush of things. And she does a very good job. I love Emmy Rossum. I really do. I loved her in Day After Tomorrow. It was Day After Tomorrow, and it was Poseidon Adventure. And she was in the one with Tim Robbins. What was that movie? I know the movie. It's like I know the movie. I can visualize it, but I forgot the name, so I do think it was the name of that fucking movie. It had Tim Robbins. Mystic River. Yeah, she was a daughter in Mystic River who, I believe, she got raped and killed. And not Tim Robbins, but Sean, the guy from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, if you know his face, he was her father, and she was killed, and he was very pissed about that. Yeah, Mystic River, another good film. Again, separate topic, but let's focus on Shameless. Shameless is it's a great series. William H Macy rocks it. He really does. He really rocks it, man. William H Macy is one of those guys that people underlook, and he's able to pull off these big major roles in TV shows and movie. He's very underrated, is what it is. You don't expect him to do so good, and he does fucking phenomenal. Like he's just like he's a master at this whole acting thing, from charisma to emotions to everything. He just pulls it off so very well. And he made a great drunk, a great useless pile of fucking piss shit drunk, Frank Gallagher. And it worked very well. It did. No, I'm not going to say that I love this role from him the most, because I would say I would easily give it to what's that other one with William H Macy, the other one. Oh, that's right. Shit, it's this Shameless. Yeah, I forgot it was this. Yeah, Shameless is his best role, and it's just the man does a great job. Emmy Rossum, She apparently there were some uh, problems on the set. There were problems on the set of the show. Like she wanted more money, so eventually later on she leaves. I think she leaves on after season 8. I want to say she leaves. You get the idea that she moves on from her family and she's out there doing what else. Like I kind of wish that we got more backstory on that. Like maybe she met Jimmy Steve along the way and he was keeping her safe, protecting her, things like that. Just just to see that she's safe, because that's what mattered, is that she's safe. I want to know that the character had a good ending, at least. But from the beginning, the character was very stressed out. She was looking after like fucking 20 kids. And not to mention, they brought in other kids off the street, so that was hard enough. They had to babysit other kids. Like, we can't fucking afford that shit. And she struggles with it, and she doesn't turn them away. She's very respectful in that way. Like, she'll feed all the neighborhood kids. She doesn't turn anybody away. She's very, very humble. Very humble. Fiona is a very humble character. Very humble. And that's one of the bonuses of the show, is that she's watching her character just take care of people and help them, and whether it being take care of her asshole father, played by William H. Macy, Frank Gallagher, or look after her brothers, Lip and Ian. Ian's the gay one with red hair, ginger. He's a ginger. He falls for another guy who's kind of a troubled neighborhood guy, Mickey Malkovich, played by I know his name from Max Keeble's Big Move. I know his name. Fisher, Noel Fisher. Played by Noel Fisher, um, Mickey Malkovich, a very hilarious character, very hilarious, a great character, stands out very well. But when he does stand out, it's very like, oh, you don't fuck with me. You fuck with me, I'll fuck you up. That's the kind of character he is. You don't fuck with him, he'll fuck you up. He doesn't take any shit. None of the characters take any shit. That's one of the main things that I love about the series. Is that we have all these great characters played by great actors and actresses who are able to showcase that they don't give a shit and they will fuck you up. Literally. um, One of my favorites from the series, Steve Howey plays Kevin, who is the boyfriend to Veronica. Veronica is the neighbor of Fiona. They're best friends. They go to clubs. They like to party and shit like that. They're extremely beautiful characters. Beautiful actresses. They do their jobs very well. Fiona gets robbed in the club, and Jimmy Steve, he chases the fucking guy who stole her purse, and he gets kicked out too. And it's like, dude, what the fuck was going on with the security? First of all, so you're gonna let a girl get robbed, and you're gonna let somebody else take the credit for that. First of all, second of all, you were not doing your job. It was this big fucking macho guy. He wasn't doing his job correctly, and Fiona gets her purse taken from her, and Jimmy Steve. This is how they met. Fiona was dancing, right? She's just like doing the fucking dance. She's just dancing like fucking to Lady Gaga music. I don't fucking know what music it was, but Jimmy Steve's just watching her with just his eyes. He's just taken with her. You could tell he's just taken with her. He's obsessed with her. He likes her. And that's a great actor, by the way, Justin Chatwin. I love Justin Chatwin. He dodges for her purse. He gets it. I do believe he gets it. Wait, no. Yeah, no, I think he gets it. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe he gets it. But if not, it was still a funny outcome because the security guard did nothing. The security guard stood there. In fact, I do believe that Veronica calls him out. She's like, ooh, she stole his purse, and she calls the security guard out, and Fiona looks at the security guard. She's like, well, he probably knows him, which he probably does know him. So there's definitely realistic aspects about it, like people know each other in this city and things like that. And Jimmy Steve dodges and gets her. It doesn't matter if he got it or not. He dodges and he saves. He really throws his ass out there. In fact, later on, Jimmy Steve is a very interesting character, showing that showing a man that could do that is doing more than what he has to do, and it's very charming to her. He does well. He's scrubbing the floor. He's making the kids mac and cheese. He's taking care of her siblings. He gets very close to Lip, played by the kid who. By the way, this kid made a hell of a career for himself because he was on The Bear as the chef, which he does very good in that one too. Jeremy Allen White, I believe. does good in that. Jeremy Allen, I believe, yeah. Um, Extremely impressive. Very good acting. Very good. You could tell that the family cares about each other. Debbie definitely gets annoying later. Like, throughout the series, later on down the road, Debbie gets annoying. That's just my prerogative. That's my opinion. She gets annoying. She does. Though I don't mind her when she's younger, but later on, her character is just, she's aggravating. I'm sorry. I know that's mean to say. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to. But Debbie is very annoying. She's very aggravating later. Very aggravating. William H. Macy, one of the best parts of the fucking TV series, just spitting his fucking, sometimes racist, sometimes homophobic rhetoric, um, but also a lot of wisdom. He has a lot of wisdom, you could tell. Um, a character that knows a lot, and later you find out he's not such a bad guy. He cares about people. He's not homophobic. He's actually not racist, even. He just has a way of doing things that's very stupid. Like, so, his son Liam, who's African American, he sleeps with all the teachers in the building, like all of them. He robs their houses. So it's a very funny character, much like a character that you'd see off the fucking Simpsons or whatever. I don't Family Guy. He's just brilliant. William H. Macy is brilliant. I loved him in Jurassic Park 3. I loved him in everything that I've seen him in. So, what was the other one I saw him in? I've seen him in a lot of stuff. That's the truth. But he's just brilliant. He's so brilliant. This show screams brilliant. It screams brilliance. With Jeremy Allen White from The Bear, and Emmy Rossum, and William H. Macy. Just, it's those three that make this fucking so memorable. So memorable. So memorable. I know I'm alone on that, but I love the show. A lot of people shit on it. They shit on it because they like to call it a porno show, or they act like it's a cinemax porno. Yeah, there's a lot of sex, there is, but the actors do their job well, and there is storyline. One of the main things are storyline, which the show does have. I love this series. I do. I love it. I'm sorry. I know that's gonna disappoint a lot of people. I love the show. I'm sorry. Shameless is one of the great. It's one of the greatest TV shows ever made, next to Breaking Bad, and Animal Kingdom, and Sons of Anarchy, and Walking Dead. I definitely put it up there. I do. Um, what else could I say? Yeah, Jeremy Allen White does a good job as Lip, who's struggling in college a little bit, goes through a drinking mishap, crashes some cars, causes some damage, runs from the fucking police. At one point in there, you see the guy from Scream 6. What's his name? My phone is charging. I know the actor from the actor from Family Stone, which is a Christmas film with Sarah Jessica Parker, who I'm not really a huge fan of, but sorry. Try to keep things clean. I know the actor. He did a good job he plays Sean, who owns the restaurant that Fiona works at, because she's a felon at the time. So he takes her in and he makes her a waitress, and she actually becomes manager later on. She becomes manager. That's what I mean about this show, is that there's so much that goes on, and it's just so good. Um, the characters get their, what's the word? They get their moments to shine. They have their shine. This actor from I'm sorry. I know his face. Here we go. I got the cast right here. I do recognize the guy who plays. Yeah, he plays Sean. Shaw, or like William H Macy's character Frank likes to say, Shaw, who has a heroin. He has a sort of drug problem, a heroin addiction, but he's still running the restaurant. He wants things to run smoothly still. You can tell he cares still. Yeah. Dermot, Dermot Mulroney. Yeah, Dermot Mulroney. Fantastic job as our restaurant owner who takes in felons who need help and who have families to feed, and he understands that. He doesn't knock it. He does not once knock it, not once. And in fact, he falls in love with Fiona very hard, very hard. He does fall in love very hard. So there's that. For now, that's my review on Shameless. Jeremy Allen White does a good job as Lip. Fiona does a good job as Emmy Rawson, her sister who takes care of things and looks after her siblings and things like that. William H. Macy is our drunken father. Great job. Uh, Thank you for watching this review. I'm sorry, I'm looking at something right now, but I just want to make sure I got his name right. I believe I did. So yeah, but that's my review on Shameless for right now. I'll probably review it more, talk about it more, talk about the side stories and the side plots a little bit. But yeah, that's where I stand. I love the show. It's one of my top favorite series. Thank you for watching.